Hi guys, and welcome back to my show, Elaine the Pain Podcast. Like, subscribe, follow, comment, please. I want to hear your opinions, your thoughts, your feelings on season 1. Right now, I have an amazing guest with me. I'm so excited. I want to welcome a strong, beautiful, black, sophisticated young lady. She's a content creator on TikTok, and I've literally followed her from day one. So big it up for Antho.
Hi guys, how you doing, guys? How are you?
Listen, you don't understand. When I was like, I need her on my show. I need her. I need to talk to you. I need to kumbaya with you. I need to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, connect with you. So, like, how have you been? How's, like, your travel and all of this stuff? Because...
Do you know what it is? Normally I would say it's good, but it was a bit rough to get here due to the outside issues that caused me to be a bit late. But I'm happy I still made it. Literally.
No, that's good. Listen, I appreciate it, honestly, you coming down and taking the time out. But I really want to get to just know you. So, like, how are you as a person? Like, how did you grow up? Like, what are your values in terms of, like, how you see yourself now?
Okay, so I was there's 5 of us, and I'm literally the middle kid. So there's 2 older girls and then there's 2 younger boys. So I grew up with like a huge family basically. And obviously I was born with eczema. So it's not eczema. I'm not going to say it's not common. I don't think it's not that it's not common. I just feel like it's not something that people know about a lot.
Okay.
So obviously because it's something that not a lot of people know about, I felt like I was treated different because of it. So I would say that my childhood was good in the sort of aspects like, my parents were there for me, which I'm happy about. Yeah. I also met some good people, but then also at the same time, like I met people that just treated me based off the way I look, which was also kind of, it kind of sucks, but you live and you learn, man.
So where did you grow up? What area?
East London.
East London where?
Like Barking, Dagenham.
Stop it. Because obviously you can hear my accent in it, so I'm like Essexy type of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Barking, that's really close. What school did you go to?
I went to like All Saints Catholic School.
What?
Yeah.
I had some friends for All Saints. Okay, but you're pretty young, you know what I'm saying? So you know my friends, but yeah. All right then. Well, listen, I wanted to get you on here because also I wanted to just ask you about like how your journey is going and how you're coping with things, because I have seen your videos and I have seen your progress and I have seen you try to make lemonade out of lemons, if you will. So first of all, I just want to jump straight into it. Like, obviously, I know people have asked you this question 1,000 times, but I really want to get like a more, how do I put it? I want to get like a more raw answer from you. Like, I don't want it to be polished. I just want it to be like you just saying it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're getting real talks here. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So like, when you went round and that viral trend happened with you with the face of what is it, like the ugly,
the face of ugly black girls in uni. Literally, they said that person's words were, if you look like Antonio, don't go to university. Let's be frank. That was what he basically said. Like,
stop it.
Literally, he basically said, I'm the standard for like ugly black girls, which it was. Me personally, I feel like that's even an insane thing to say.
Yeah,
like,
that is insane.
When you actually realize and think about it, I feel like nobody is in a place to be making such remarks about anybody.
Absolutely.
Because even though you find me ugly, another guy can find me attractive, if that makes sense. So I just feel like, cool. I may be your standard to ugly black girls. Yeah, cool. That's your opinion. I can't take that away from you. But for you to now actively generalize it to the point where you feel comfortable saying it on the internet, me personally, I found that quite insane.
So wait, where was he from? Like, how did he even come across you or know you or whatever it is? Or like, why would he pick you out of everyone? How did it even come about?
Can I tell you the maddest thing? I don't know this guy. I've never met this guy. I've never followed this guy. All I know is that he went to Coventry University. That was after he even made the video about me. I found out what uni he went to. Yeah. I have never seen this guy or
So
even spoken
how
to him
the
in a day
fuck
in my
did he
life.
know your name and what you look like and, you know, what he's like? How did that even?
I literally could not tell you. That's why I was so annoyed. It was literally one random day. This same time last year in May, it was literally one random day in May. He just decided to come for
Crazy.
me.
I tell you, you're good, because if that was me, I'll tell him about his mother's underknee. I'll tell him that his lips are black like my bumper hole, all of these sorts of things. But, you know, I go in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, people know me already. I go in with the cussing, do you know what I mean? Like, even if someone told me I look like a UK beast, then, you know, all
Yeah,
of
I've heard
what's
that too.
the classic one is fucking, what's his name? Henry.
Mark Henry.
Yeah, Mark Henry,
Yeah.
Drogba. I've got
that.
it all, you know what I'm saying? But
Nah,
literally,
yeah.
they can kiss the deepest part of my bumper hole, you know what I'm saying?
Literally.
Because I really don't give a fuck. But that's come from more of racist people rather than black men in general. But yeah, that's kind of fuckery. I'm not gonna
Do
lie.
you know what's crazy? In my whole life, black men have traumatized me the most.
Really?
Hands down. I've got a lot of insults, but if I was to categorize this is gonna sound very bad, I know, but I've got the most insults from black men, black women, than white people. I'm not even making this up.
Crazy.
I'm not even making this up. I've got the most insults I've
That's
received.
the stats.
The most insults I've received in my whole life of living is from black men and black women and white people.
So just give me in an essence, like, what do the black women or black men say, and then white people, what do they say? Like, just sum it up.
Oh no, the black men and black women, they will come from my parents hands down. Anything in the book, on social media especially, anything that they can think of, they've probably said it to me, or like on my social media page. Like, one thing about, for some reason, they just feel comfortable saying it. And at the same time, if I really cared that much, all I have to do is delete the app. Because one thing I will say about social media, it's very optional.
It is.
I can't sit here and victimize myself and be like, oh, they're saying this, they're saying that. Can they stop? No. Really and truly, if I really cared, I can just delete the app. They will never see my face again.
It's true. It's true. It's so true. But like, you know what? That kind of breaks my heart, because if you know me and you know my platform, you know what I stand for. First of all, I'm for black women before anybody else. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm for their mental health. I'm for their well-being. I'm for their happiness, everything like that. So to hear that, you know, from our community, they hurt you the most, is actually really heartbreaking. And my heart really does go out to you, because recently I did look on your page again, and the comments that I saw is fucking crazy. I'm not even joking. And it's non-stop, it's relentless. And I'm just like, rah, like, when are these people gonna give this little girl a break? You know what I mean? She's trying to move on with her life. She's trying to do her little thing. She's making, you know, funny little videos and stuff like that, just living your life. And then these people come with their unsolicited, unwarranted opinions that you never motherfucking asked for. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. And to hear you say that, yeah, that's kind of mad. Like, also, it's just like, how has this, well, obviously right now, I feel like, now let me ask you in a different way. How has this kind of affected your self-esteem? Like, before, like when you first, you know, got that, and then you got the wave of insults, harassment and bullying, like, how did that affect your self-esteem? Because it must have not been great.
To answer your question, to be quite honest, the first time I got like a lot of hate was when I got my nails done by my nail artist in uni. And then obviously when I get my nails done, she's posting my hands now, and they've seen a lot. And obviously eczema, once again, it's not that it's not common, it's just not spoken about enough. So obviously a lot of people are coming for me because of my eczema. I feel like it's one thing to hear it in person, but then when collectively a lot of people that you don't know are saying it, it does hurt. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Like, one thing I realized is that when it first happened, I wasn't as confident as I thought I was. I thought I was confident, but when they were saying some insults, I was getting a bit upset. Like, I actually started to, like, obviously normally people say don't cry over it, but I did cry. Like,
you'd have to.
It was heartbreaking. But then I feel like everything happens for a reason,
Absolutely.
though. Because I feel like during that phase, it made me realize that, number one, I don't know these people. Number two, most of them that are insulting my eczema, they're very uneducated. They don't know what they're talking about. Number three, honestly, I think it was one time I was upset, and I realized, why am I crying? I only care because of other people's opinions. And I realized that, okay, cool, you have eczema. What can you do about it? How do you show... Like, my main aim with social media that I realized is that I want people to know that you don't need to look a certain way to do well on social media. Obviously, I'm not there yet, but I just don't want people thinking you have to get BBLs, or you have to change your skin, you have to get fillers, you have to change the way you look, or you have to fit society standards just so people can compliment you on social media, just so you can go into certain like rooms, get brand deals. I just don't like the fact that people think like that. So that's one of the main reasons why I still post. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to start my skincare line as well.
No, that's so good.
Yeah.
Just on that though, like your skincare line and your, like, talk to me more about that. Because obviously that spurred you into doing something and, you know, really looking into how to care for your eczema and whatever it is. So tell me more about that.
I would say that I think there was this one holiday I went on like in 2023 and my skin got really bad. And then when I came back to London, my skin got worse. For a good year and a half, my skin was terrible. I was using what the doctors was prescribing to me.
Like the steroid creams and stuff.
Yeah, and it still wasn't working. So I said, you know what? There has to be other ways.
Yeah.
So I did research. And then I realized, you know what? Well, let me just make my own cream.
Yeah.
But then obviously I realized that's actually illegal. I'm not a dermatologist. I'm not a chemist. I don't really have the
remit, the expertise,
the resources to be making my own cream. But then I found a chemist, I found a dermatologist, I found a manufacturer, and then we all came together to make a cream for eczema, and I've literally been using it ever since. I haven't had a flare-up in months.
That's so good. And your skin looks really good.
Thank you.
It looks really good considering, like, literally.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. Even like coming to places like this, normally like when my skin is bad, I don't like being on camera, which sounds very... I know for someone that's like confident in most people's eyes, that doesn't sound normal. I know, but when you look good, you feel good.
Absolutely.
So when my skin is bad, like when my skin was peeling and it's flaky, I don't like being on camera, not because of other people's opinions. No, it was just the fact that I know my skin can be better. So I just wanted to prove to myself that at least if my skin is bad, it's because I've tried everything that I can.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So let's pivot for a second then, because obviously I did a video on you when you went into Young Spray's podcast. And this is the thing, like, when you went in there and then you got that reaction, and then after that, they were literally slating you. And I was like, one thing I don't like is when those black women on those platforms, they had so much to say about you, but I was like, not one of them went to see if you were okay. Not one of them checked or even said, oh, you know what, like, you know, you've walked out or whatever it is, you're upset. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Like, try and do something or try and make you feel better or whatever it is. Then they started saying, why didn't you come on here? Why did you come in here to do all that? And literally, I had to go in on them. I was like, what kind of bumperclot hyenas is this? Are these fucking pick-me's to where you feel like you shouldn't protect? Even if I don't like you or whatever it is, if I see another black woman upset, I'm gonna ask if you're okay. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure that mentally you're okay, physically you're okay, even though you're upset with the situation. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So talk to me about that and what was going through your mind.
To be quite honest, I think I stayed too long.
Is it?
Absolutely. I should have, the minute he said sorry, I should have stood up and left. Yeah. I don't even know why I even entertained the conversation. I even saw a couple of the clips. Even till today, I haven't watched the podcast, but I've seen a couple of videos on TikTok. I've watched it. I realized I stayed too long. It was the minute he said sorry, I should have stood up. I feel like with the girl that was on the podcast, she did apologize to me.
Good.
Which I'm grateful for. Like, I'm grateful for, because she even told me she didn't know about what he said before. Okay. She just thought, oh yeah, he invited me to a podcast and we're going to talk about my life, but she didn't know.
That's really ignorant. But this is the thing. Yeah. When people do that, see, this is the thing. My thing, I'm on my P's and Q's, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, when you go on podcasts like that, you should know about your guests. You should know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah. So if a situation does arise, you know what the hell's going on. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a deer in the headlights in your gym fucking shark looking like, oh, I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell?
I literally completely agree. I just don't want people not even people, to be quite honest, I'm the type of person where deep down, I didn't know Young Spray before the podcast. I'm not even going to say I knew of him because I didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't until he spoke about me last year and then it went like viral. Like it went viral to the point where like I couldn't ignore it. Like people were messaging me about it. I was on holiday as well, by the way. I wasn't even in the UK when this was all happening. So
so you were having a good time and then people just was tagging you and shit that you're like, this is...
Actually, no, I was having a terrible time. I missed my flight. That was probably the worst period. I missed my flight. I've now bought another flight. I've got there. I missed 2 flights, in fact. I missed the one back and I missed the one there. So, with that being said, I've now seen the Young Spray thing. I'm just thinking, can life even get any worse at this point? But with that being said, I feel like Young Spray had an image of me that's like me. I feel like he thought I was just going to take what he said.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm the type of person where like, I don't insult people. I don't need to insult you. 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Exactly.
And plus, I can't lie. Even though like you insult me, insulting you back, it's just going to make me feel worse. Because number one, once again, I said 2 wrongs don't make a right. Number 2, even though I'm insulting you, what am I gaining?
Yeah, true.
Because I know how insults feel. I get it on a regular basis.
I love the humbleness, but I'm going to teach you how to cast because I'm like, come on, Antho, like, I know you got that dog in you, do you know what I'm saying? And sometimes people need it. Like, you don't have to swear or whatever it is, but you can just chuck a little back, you know what I'm saying? Because you can... like pop your shit, do you know what I mean? You're entitled to pop your shit. So listen, Auntie Elaine is going to take you under her wing, okay? And we're going to teach you, you know, some 1, 2, 2 shades you need to be throwing, because at the end of the day, I feel like even watching that, I felt like you were extremely uncomfortable. It looked like you didn't want to be there, literally. And I'm like, even before turning the camera on, like, what was the atmosphere? Because it looked very intimidating.
He said hi to me. I said hi back. I didn't speak to him until the cameras were on. He even asked me, "Oh, do I want to eat?" I said no. I didn't want anything from him except the apology. Yeah. I at all. I literally did not speak to them. After he said hi, I said hi. I didn't speak to them until the cameras were on, because me personally, number one, you've already shown your true opinions of me. Yeah. If that makes sense. Number one, you didn't know of me before then, but your first opinion is, the first thing I'm going to say on a podcast about her is that she's an ugly and she's a terrible person. Knowing full well, if anyone said that about him, he's going to at them on a regular basis every day. I feel like he's the type of person that throws stones, but then he has his hands. Yeah. Because I don't understand why he was acting so shocked that I only came for the apology. Anyone with common sense would only come for the apology and leave. There's nothing else holding them there. That's why I was confused when he said he wanted to know about my life. The same room that you sat down and you called me ugly, you think that's the same room I want to share my life story. That's what I'm saying.
I said confused. He didn't create an environment where you would even want to open up. And that's the thing. Especially for women, you know what I'm saying? There's a difference. And if you're inviting someone on to come and speak and they're like, oh, she didn't even share her story. She didn't even... Why the mama rascal would I sit down and explain anything to you? Literally. You don't give a fuck about me. You don't care what I have to say. I got my apology. Now it's time for me to dip.
Literally.
Like, are you all right?
Exactly that.
Moving on. So what keeps you going in an essence? Like, what keeps you motivated to share your story? Because I feel like, you know, you've been on TikTok for a while. Like, what gives you that, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to post a video, like I want to uplift people? Like, what makes you do that?
I know there's other people out there that are scared to post because of a skin condition or because of something that they have, and they feel like social media will judge them. But I want them to know that there's more to life than hate. Let's be real, let's be frank. There's more to life than people insulting you. 9 times out of 10, everyone gets hate on social media. It's not just me, if that makes sense. But one thing that does keep me going is the fact that I know there's girls out there, I know there's boys out there that might have eczema, psoriasis, not even just skin conditions, any type of physical like attributes that makes them indifferent to any normal human being. And they feel like they can't post because they don't look like a normal girl that goes on Love Island, or they don't look like a normal model. But in reality, I feel like that's what makes more. I'm the type of person, I feel like 9 times out of 10, I would watch someone more if they look indifferent than someone that looks normal, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because you know what it is? It adds authenticity. It adds realness. Do you know what I'm saying? It adds story. It adds like something to you. Like, and I feel like people like that are the most interesting people in the world. Like my mum's an amputee. She's lost a leg, but that doesn't stop her from telling her, you know, dirty stories, and, you know, she wants to find a man and a husband, all these sorts of things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. To be honest, she gets men half her age. I don't know how the hell she does it, but she does with one leg.
I wouldn't even expect any less, because one thing I realize about life is that people who go through things, 9 times out of 10, they have personality. There's always something about them.
It's
even
true.
When you look into them, there's something about them that just draws you closer. Even like you, for example, when I'm talking to you right now, there's just something about me that wants to open up. I want to tell you everything that I can.
Oh,
literally.
Don't let me go. No, but listen, do you feel like, because honestly, I'm really concerned about these comments under your post. Do you feel like social media, in your personal opinion, has an obligation to do something more when it comes to the bullying, the harassment of Black women? Because I feel like it's an issue. It really is an issue.
I completely agree. One thing I will say, I feel like as a Black woman, out of all the types of people in the world, I feel like it's harder to make it as like a Black content creator, as a woman, than any other type of man and the other genders and whatnot. The reason why I say this is because I feel like we have more pressure. And I feel like 9 times out of 10, most people want to see us fail than succeed. So one thing I will say is that, they make it 10 times harder, in the sense of like, that's why, as much as I want to, it's very easy for me to say, oh no, it's very easy for us. No, I feel like we have to do more just to receive the same amount of treatment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes a ton of sense, because even for me, like when I'm posting on social media, like Insta or TikTok, I find that like sometimes my videos don't do as well as others, and I'm sitting there thinking like, what is it, like what's the perception or whatever it is? And then when people are coming up in my comments talking about, oh, you don't have to shout, I said, pussy, let me tell you something. I can shout, whisper, you know what I'm saying, do whatever I gotta do. This is my page, this is my platform, and I can say what the fuck I like. Do you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be coming up in here telling me what to do and all that stuff. And also, I just fucking block. Oh, please, you know how many people I'll be blocking left, right, and centre. I'm like, I'm not taking this. I don't know you. I don't have to justify myself to the likes of you. And it makes it even worse when you don't have a profile picture. It pisses me off even more. And it pisses me off even more when they don't post. You don't fucking post. You don't have a voice. You don't have an opinion. So shut the fuck up. I'd rather I give respect to even the people who post but get 200 views. Because you're actually posting. You're actually saying what you want to say. Half of these motherfuckers repost other people's shit because, you know, they want other people to say it and not you. I just can't get down like that. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
Also, I feel like it's important just for you to give your view on, you know, if other young Black women are being bullied for how they look, like what's the advice that you would give them?
I would say, just remember, the same people that are insulting you and they're bullying you, just remember, do you even care about that person? One thing I've realized is that when people come for you, you only care because you believe what they're saying. You don't care because they're saying it. You care because deep down you think what they're saying is true.
True, yes.
The minute you switch that off, I'm telling you, the minute you switch off that, oh yeah, I care about what people say about you, your life literally gets 10 times better. Literally.
I'm so glad you said that, because I have the same ethos. I literally have said, I don't care what anyone has to say. And this is why people gravitate towards me so much, because they're like, oh, Elaine, you're not afraid to say what you want to say. I'm like, yeah, because who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You can either block me or delete me if you feel like you're offended. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? So, you know, looking at what you've done, all the brand deals that have come your way, all like the success for what makes you you, I want to know what makes Antho beautiful, like inside and out. What gives you the confidence? What, you know, keeps you, you know, going on and, you know what I'm saying, like doing what you need to do.
One thing I will say one thing that keeps me is knowing that whatever God has planned for me is something great.
Oh,
God keeps, generally is God. Like I don't even know how I'm here today. It's literally all him. I would literally say he's the one that keeps me grounded. Yes, I could say my parents, I could say my friends, but deep down I know it's all him. In reality, like he's the reason why I'm even alive today. He's the reason why I'm even able to overcome the obstacles that come my way, even if I overcome it in a way I don't see fit.
Yeah.
And eventually a couple months will go past, or even a couple weeks, and I'll realize why it had to happen the way it happened.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I have that same outlook. You only give God the glory. Do you know what I mean? Because even last year when I went through what I went through with, you know, what happened with the Americans and stuff like that, I truly felt like that was a big lesson. And I just had to get back up. And people, I don't think people quite understand it unless they've actually been through it and experienced it. You can talk to them until they're blue in the face and they can give you all the advice, but unless they've actually, you know what I'm saying, experienced it and rode that with you, they just don't understand.
Those who don't hear it must feel it.
Absolutely.
Literally that.
So if you could tell the world just one thing about you, like what would that be?
One thing about me, I would say I'm very open-minded. I'm the type of person like, I can understand your view and you can change my mind, but at the same time I'll still have my own view, but I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just very open-minded in the sense of like, I know my answer's not always right.
Yeah. So, I love that.
Yeah.
Listen, Antho, it's been amazing having you on here.
Thank you.
Obviously, we've had a short time because of, you know, circumstances beyond our control.
Absolutely.
But listen, I would love to get you on here to, you know, really flesh out and talk about eczema and how it affects other people. So we'll have to do a part 2, honestly.
Absolutely. Yes, I completely agree. I think we should do a part 2.
We should.
We should do a part 2.
Listen, come and we'll have a little cocktail and all of these things.
Yeah.
But guys, thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure. And like, subscribe, follow and share. And let me know what you thought of this episode. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.